Hey there, listeners. A very warm welcome to this week's episode of Souranshi's podcast interviews. This is your host, Megha Tiwari. Health is wealth, a saying as old as time itself, but preached till date by health gurus, and there is no doubt that it will be sermonized until eternity. As we think of our health, we think of nothing but organic products when it comes to healthy food. Today, we have an established entrepreneur who has experience of over 13 years in the field of organic agriculture. Through his expertise in organic products, he had built organic brands and pledged to cater to this necessity. Our guest today is Mr. Anand Mani Tripathi, the owner of Aryavarta Organics. We will be talking about his journey of building this company and the challenges he faced during his journey. We also will be talking why should we choose organic products and many other things. Join me and let's welcome our guest. Hello, Mr. Anand. Welcome to
Yeah,
Souranchi's podcast interviews.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm also fine. Mr. Anand, let us begin with your introduction. So, please tell me something about you.
Sure, ma'am. My name is Anand Mani Tripathi, and basically, I belong to a small village in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, that is Patni, and I have done my education and previous schooling from Maharshi Patanjali Vidya Mandir, Allahabad. Then I have completed my graduation from Banaras Hindu University, and I've done my MBA from Maharshi Patanjali, Tilak Vidyapit, Pune. And after that, I started my job and started my career with Popular Prakashan. Then I worked in organic field from with Morarco Organic Foods Private Limited. Then I have launched one brand in Uttarakhand called Sanjeevani Organic. I've worked for 2 years over there, and later on, I have worked as business head for 5 years with Natureland Organics, and I left in 2019 over there. And then I
Mhm.
started my own organization in the name of Aryavarta Organics Private Limited, and whose brand name is Indus Organic. And now we are promoting this. I'm being an entrepreneur. I'm promoting this organization.
Okay, so you said you are still pursuing MBA.
Pardon, ma'am?
You said you are pursuing MBA right now,
No,
or you
no,
have
no.
all.
I have come already done MBA from
Oh,
Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit, Pune.
okay, okay. So tell me something more about Aryavarta, your company.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, what is this company all about?
Right, ma'am. Actually, Aryavarta is one of the ancient names of India, and the reason why we kept this our company name is Aryavarta because we wanted to promote the ancient Indian traditions. Organic farming is one part of it. Only one part of it. Actually, in ancient India, when we think about all the traditions, all the cultures, so our ancestors were very scientific in their approach. They tried to find out the best way of everything, means whatever we do, whatever a human can do, the most
Mm-hmm.
sustainable and best way to do it, be it eating food, be it going somewhere, everything was calculated, be it they in our shastras, even the direction of sleeping has been decided that okay, in this direction you need to sleep, this is the time when
Yes.
you should eat, this is the time when you should eat this and it should not eat this. So everything, this is the way how you should sit, this is the way
Mm-hmm.
how you should drink. So everything was decided, everything, and this is unique in our culture. We Indians only follow that. And
Absolutely.
rest of the world just follows us, right? And even not only in the farming, if you talk about all other parts of life, as I
Mm-hmm.
said, the best way to go to the toilet is Indian toilet style, right? Now science also says that we have a fasting system. So fasting system is actually intermittent fasting, lot of concepts are coming, keto diets, and so all these things are derived from our culture only. So what
Right.
we want to, since I am working in this field, and since I am from the farming background,
Mm-hmm.
so I have and farming is the basic means one of the basic needs of a human being or society, right? Without farming, nothing is possible. So to start, farming is one part where we look for sustainability. So organic Aryavata wants to promote sustainability in all parts of life, not only farming. But farming is one part, as I said. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important. Once you do sustainability, once you are able to establish the sustainability in farming, so you can inculcate it in other walks of your life or other parts of your life, and then certainly to your society, to all other things. As I said, in our culture, everything was decided. We want to promote that culture only, where everything was sustainable and everything was good. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Aryavata works with farmers, where we try to bring sustainability in the farming. As I said, I am from farming background, so I have
Yeah.
seen how the farming has shifted, means how the culture had changed, and once the farming has shifted, the culture has changed. Means once when I was a kid, there was means in every house there was a cow, and without farming, without animal husbandry is, believe me, anywhere in the world is not possible. It's an impossible task.
Yes. Absolute truth. Right.
Yeah, what we leave behind always is the animal husbandry part. So why
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about cow, it can be camel, it can be any other this animal.
Any
Yeah,
dairy giving
yeah,
animal.
yeah, right. So what happens, they give a lot of other, apart from milk, that is one thing. uh,
Mm-hmm.
but apart from milk, they have their waste parts, like what they excrete, urine and dung,
Yeah.
that can be
Mm-hmm.
used
Mm-hmm.
in the farming. So actually it is a uh,
As a
win-win
fuel and
situation. Yes.
fertilizer, mean
And
to say.
without cost you are getting it, you don't need to buy it from somewhere. So what is happening, it
Right.
will bring down the cost of the farming. You are
Mm-hmm.
using the resources which are easily available, right? And apart from that, that cattle gives you the benefit. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to bring back the old culture of farming, where a cow was there in the house, and then
Mm-hmm.
that with the help of that cow, you are getting numerous benefits apart from the cow dung and urine which you get for your farm. And that's how
Right.
your
Mm-hmm.
cost of production is decreased, and you are getting means making agriculture also a profitable venture.
Okay, so how like you talk about Indus. What is Indus? What
Ma'am, Indus
which?
Organic is our brand name,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
it is derived from the Indus Valley Civilization. One of the,
Mhm.
and further, this Indus name is from the Indus River as well, which is one of the oldest rivers, and on the basis of which the our civilization, from which we are believed to be,
Yeah.
has been developed, right? So
Mhm.
Indus actually is from Indus, that is called Indus. Indus means
Okay.
in Sanskrit it's like Swetas is like from born from Swet, that is Pasina, right? Like
Okay.
Indus is like born from Indus.
Oh,
So
oh.
Indus is our brand name, and we are
Mhm.
whatever products we are getting from this kind of farming, the organic farming, we
Mhm.
are we are uh, buying these products, procuring these products from the farmers. We are getting it processed in our processing unit, which is based out in Jaipur. And in 3 acres, we have all the processing facilities, central warehousing system, and we
Mhm.
get it processed and packed in this brand name, and then we sell it into the market. We try to market it, those products, and
Okay.
some 180 SKUs are there in this brand,
Mhm.
starting from organic cereals, organic millets, organic spices,
Mhm.
organic oil seeds, organic oils, organic ghee, organic honey. So everything which you require in your kitchen normally on day-to-day basis, all the products, complete basket of organic products is available.
Okay, great. So, how the customers can purchase these products? Do you have any ground stores or the online portal, any website?
Yeah, surely. We have our own website in the name of www.indus.com. So
Okay.
from there also the products can be brought online,
Mm-hmm.
as well
Mm-hmm.
as we are available online on Amazon and Flipkart. So from there also consumers can buy our products. And in offline market, we work with on a dealer distributor model, where we have distributors in cities like Delhi, all the metro cities as on date, like Delhi,
Okay. Hmm.
Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai. So, and these distributors further deliver these products to organic retailers, the retailers who are having exclusive organic stores.
Hmm.
So it is available across means all the organic stores in India.
Okay, these are mainly organic products.
Yeah, these are organic products. We are promoting organic. As I said, we are promoting sustainable farming. So,
Hmm.
sustainable farming is organic farming, which is cow-based farming, or you can say it is with the help of natural resources, on-farm resources, which are available free of cost in the environment. So, we try to harness those natural resources for the use for the farming, which was already happening in means years back. Now the scenario has changed after I will not say after the freedom or the independence. It
Okay.
started happening into somewhere 200 years back. So
Oh,
what was
okay.
happening if we were as an again I need to talk about, again I come to the same point, the
Hmm.
ancient India. We as an Indians, never we were never introduced to rice and wheat. We were not used to eat rice and wheat. We
Okay.
were only
This is
cultivating,
strange
yeah,
for
we
me.
were
Yeah.
only cultivating millets, because they
Oh,
are drought
okay. Hmm.
resistant. They are drought resistant. Even they can be, and they are having numerous benefits of eating millets. Now whole world is following the millet movement. When you go to a lot of other countries, they only sow millet. Rice and
Oh,
wheat was introduced uh, very means it is, I will say, very recently to us, and we started eating it. So a lot of problems are there because of rice and wheat as well. Rice and
hmm.
wheat become nowadays has been become a staple food for us. But millets are very much beneficial for us, and if we eat millets, almost I can challenge 40% of our diseases will go out of our life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like, in ancient India, farming was done with the help of natural resources, where the
Hmm.
cost of production was less, and then the yield also was very good. Without it was not hampering, or it was not playing with the environment. It was not polluting the environment. It was good for the farmer. It was good for the people consumer who is eating it.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
good for everyone. So that is what organic is, and it's good for even the living entities in the soil. Whereas when you use pesticide and chemicals in your field, the living entity of the soil goes up. Means a lot of good bacteria and a lot of good. Even if you've heard that the earthworm is now
Yes.
almost is an extent on the stage of extinction. Whereas if
Yeah.
you remember,
Hmm.
if you were kids, and if rain came, the first thing which
Hmm.
you can see is earthworm, right?
Earthworms,
So
right.
now earthworms has gone. Means they are not there in the
It's
field.
rare to see them now,
Right.
nowadays.
So
Yeah.
actually, earthworms are the building. They are the ones who
Hmm.
revive the humus of the soil, the fertility of your soil. They maintain the pH of the soil. So a lot of benefits were there, but due to use of the chemicals, nowadays they are not there. So actually, you are killing the good. The who are the friend of the farmers. So
Yeah.
we try to promote, bring back those good days where earthworms will
Hmm.
maintain the fertility of the soil.
Okay, okay. So this is how the organic products are different from the normal non-organic products. So
Mhm.
are there any other ways they are different from these products?
Yeah,
Organic and
organic
non-organic?
farming, actually, whatever it is well said in our Vedas and Shastras, that
Hmm.
whatever you eat, you will be like that. So, if you see recently, the cancer is a disease which cancer and diabetes and heart diseases has, every single home,
Hmm.
in my opinion, means everyone is affected from that. if you cancer was a disease 10 years back, very few people were having. Once in
Yes.
a blue moon, you used to hear, okay, he is having cancer. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, cancer is like, okay, I'm a cancer survivor, or I'm having cancer. So it's like,
Yes, it's one or the
what is
other
all?
kind of cancer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So what is happening? This is all happening because of the food. And organic food is different from the normal food in so
Mm-hmm.
many ways, not only one way. First way is the
Okay.
farming of it, how you cultivate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I said, without use of chemical, without use of pesticide. So when you don't use chemical and pesticide, it doesn't goes into your food cycle as well. It doesn't comes to your plate. So at least you, that chemical is not going into your body and not getting deposited in your body, so that it can't cause any other disease like cancer or type 2 diabetes, right? Apart from that, market is also suffering from food market, if we especially talk about, is also
Mm-hmm.
suffering adulteration in food products is a very big problem. Whatever product, suppose we buy squares from the market, we buy uh, uh, you know jam from the market. So
Mm-hmm.
jam, actually what we eat, they say it's mixed fruit jam or the mango jam. So
Yes.
actually it's
Mm-hmm.
not, the mango is not there. It's flavored mango, flavor of mango
Yeah.
into
Mm-hmm.
some in the pectin. So there's no mango at all. So when we eat that, actually it's chemical. Like you eat mango bite toffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you will be heard about it. So mango
Yes.
bite is actually a sugar and the yellow color and the
Mm-hmm.
flavor of mango into it. There's no mango at all, right? So likewise, all the jams, squares, and everything is being manufactured to bring down the cost. And what is happening when it goes into body? It doesn't get digested. Our body is not meant for digesting chemicals. Our body
Yep.
is made for digesting food, right?
Yes.
So it is harming our body. So
Mm-hmm.
organic is, first I said, on the farming level it is different. It is more nutritious, more healthy. No chemicals are there. Secondly, when we process into different parts of the products, then also it is, no chemicals are used, no artificial flavors, colors are used. So that's how it is healthy. And further, it is easily digestible, means it is, you can, our body can assimilate it properly, because it is natural. It is meant to be eaten, right? So and most important part is all this, that organic foods are totally different from the food which is available in the market. On all stages of its, like it is different on the farming ground, where the
Mm-hmm.
farming and agriculture of these all food products is done on without use of any chemicals and pesticides, only using the natural resources which is available on farm. So there is no chemical in the food.
All
And
the
then,
stages, you mean like what kind of stages? Like from
yeah,
sowing the
all
seed
this
and
sowing seed, like
Mhm.
um, actually the chemical has become the part of the farming, starting
Yes.
from the time of the sowing of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Before sowing the seed, it is treated with chemicals so that germination can happen. So once the
Oh.
seed is sown in the field, after
Mm-hmm.
that urea and DAP is used, so that the it can come out of the field. Then further, there are growth hormones and a lot of other things which are sprayed over the field, so that the growth can be faster. So for all
Oh.
these things, then again for fruiting, flowering, then
Mm-hmm.
removing the pesticide, even to remove weedicides. So weedicides are also there. Whereas in earlier system, in our farming system, it is used to be done manually.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to
Yes.
spray anything.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
if it kills the weeds, it will also kill some good
Mm.
things as well, right? It will be
Yes.
equally bad for both the things. So what I mean to say, in farming, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
chemicals are used, so we can avoid that when we are doing organic farming. So first difference is that those kind of chemicals are not coming to our plate, we are not eating
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, when we process it, in processing, a lot of chemicals again are used for maintaining the pH of it, I will give you some examples like sodium benzoate, citric acid, sorbitol. So all these things are used. Even you have seen a lot of artificial colors are used in different food products. So these all are chemicals. We are not, our body is not meant to digest chemicals. When we eat it, it doesn't get assimilated in our body, and it gets deposited somewhere. And that's how, when it is not digested, not assimilated, it is
Mm-hmm.
somewhere deposited. So it causes a lot of diseases in our body, a lot of deformities. uh,
Right. So, sir, does all these things like organic farming and what precautions do we take while, growing the crops and packaging and everything? Does these things make the products really costly, or what is the, price difference from the normal non-organic products and the organic products?
right, ma'am, I got your point.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what is happening in today's scenario, these all things, as I said, are natural things, and this is how the one of the most sustainable things are the in farming. When we talk about organic farming is not costly.
Okay.
If suppose I'll give you an example. Suppose you have to grow wheat in your field. You have already having a field. There's no cost
Mm-hmm.
of it, right? You
Yes.
say that I say I am a farmer, so I will be having my farms. Now you have seeds of your own, right, at your home, which you are
Mm-hmm.
going to sow into the field. Now you get cow dung, cow urine, panchagavya, and all these things manufactured yourself. You don't buy anything from the market. Cow
Okay.
urine, cow
Mm-hmm.
dung is available free of cost. If any
Right.
if any neem oil or anything is required, yes, that
Mm-hmm.
can be bought from the market, but that is way less costly than how the bare weedicide or pesticide will be. So what I mean to
Okay.
say,
Mm-hmm.
organic farming is labor oriented, right? You need to take care of the crop each and every day. You
Mm-hmm.
can't leave it. You That's why it was in earlier times it was said that farming is like rearing a baby, right? Or
Right.
nurturing
Yeah.
a baby. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
that only. When you used to take care of the farm, so it's labor oriented, but it's not costly. Whereas the present farming, that's why agriculture, you have heard a lot of farmers are doing suicide in Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra. So
Mm-hmm.
farmers actually, they are stuck in the vicious cycle of this whole thing. Because a farmer, suppose a farmer is there, he's not having cow, he doesn't does the organic farming, he is into conventional farming. Now what happens? He sows a crop, he takes the for buying pesticide, buying weedicides, because they are very costly. If you go into the market and check out, they're very
Mm-hmm.
costly. So
Yes.
for buying all these things, he takes loan from the bank or from any other money lender or the local
Mm.
borrower, local from they take the loan. Then again, once crop is ready, they try to sell it. They get I will not say they get less price. They get proper price according, because government calculates on the basis of man days you have, or anyone will calculate. I will also calculate on the basis of that only. I'll not
Oh.
include the cost of pesticide, how much pesticide, how much weedicide you have
Yes.
used.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, suppose 100 rupees is your cost and you are getting only 80 rupees, or you are
Mm-hmm.
getting maybe 110 rupees out of it. Now
Mm.
10 rupees is the only profit. So farmer will not survive in 10 rupees. So what he does normally, he will keep that 30, so 30 rupees is his surviving cost, or his 30 rupees is the amount in which
Mm-hmm.
he and his family can survive. So he will keep 30 rupees in his pocket, and he will
Mm-hmm.
return 80 rupees to the from whomever he has borrowed. Again, the gap is 20 remains the same. Now interest on
Yes.
20 keeps on calculating. Again, the same year, same cycle happens. Now he has taken 100 rupees again. So total loan
Mm-hmm.
is 120. Now again he returns 80 rupees. That becomes 30. So someday
Yes.
after 10 years, the farmer, once he goes to bank or the to the from whomever he has taken the loan, he will say,
Mm-hmm.
you are pay us 10 lakh
Still
rupees.
indebted. Yes, you are still
Where? How
indebted to
should
us.
we pay? So that is the condition where farmer is totally helpless, and then he thinks that okay, it's better to suicide. So if we need to come out of this all, then organic farming is the only way where cost of production is zero. It is also called zero budget farming. where you don't need anyone or any external input to be put into the field. So this is we were talking about one aspect of it. uh, Again, coming to the other points, that how
Mm-hmm.
costly the organic food is from the in comparison to the market. It becomes costly because a lot of small means there are certain reasons for that. All the farmers who are associated with in organic farming are associated
Mm-hmm.
with our company. I will give my example. So they are
Okay.
marginal farmers. They are having small tillage, small land to cultivate,
Okay.
1 acres,
Mm-hmm.
2 acres, 3 acres. So what happens when we need to collect this from different parts of India. We are
Mm-hmm.
getting it collected from Uttarakhand, from Maharashtra, from all other parts. And
Okay.
again, we need to since this farmer is doing organic farming, so what is his motivation? For his motivation, we pay 10% premium on the cost of the crop. Suppose a
Mm-hmm.
crop is valued at 20 rupees, we pay him 22 rupees. We pay 10% extra as an organic premium. So 2 rupees cost increase is there. Then the collection charges for this whole this thing from different parts is a cost. The transportation cost increases, manpower cost increases, and lastly, organic food is like, for whole year you need to stock it. Suppose I need to sell organic wheat 100 tons, so 100 tons I will have to stock it the day it is cultivated, harvested, because it will not be available later on. Farmer will not
Yes.
wait; he will sell it some.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a cost of opportunity cost as well. I am investing suppose 1 crore rupees just into the procurement of wheat or cumin, and my capital is blocked now. So where I will get that money from? So I will put 18% interest charge as the bank charges on that the cost of the product. So what happens, the now product becomes, the gap becomes of 10 to 15% higher than what uh, uh, at what price the products are available, conventional products are available in the market.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, sir, as you said that the farmers they are still using pesticides and all, and still the cost they are bearing so much cost.
Right.
So, how do we educate them? How do we,
Yeah, ma'am.
make them
First,
understand
we,
all those things that they need to understand that pesticides are not good, not even for our body, not for health, and not even for them. They won't
actually,
do any good.
right, ma'am. Actually, a very interesting question. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
farmer for himself does organic farming. If you go to the farmer and ask
Mm-hmm.
him what he is doing for selling in the market is different, and what he cultivates for his family on a small area, he will do organic.
Mm-hmm.
He eats that crop only because he's quite aware, because he is into farming. He knows
Yes.
more than you and me what
Mm-hmm.
needs to be eaten and what's not, right? So most of the farmers do that. Only thing is, education is very important to all the farmers who are associated. Most of the farmers don't know that what will be, suppose they are using a particular insecticide or pesticide or weedicide into their crop, they don't
Mm-hmm.
know what is the substitute for it in organic, how he
Okay.
can prepare it, because
Mm-hmm.
there is a generation gap. Once the since we were dominated by Britishers, they try to break it economically, break us economically, culturally, socially, and then education wise. So most important, and then there was a gap. It was being transferred, all the education, have you heard, even the sanskar today, which we values we call, it was getting transferred from one generation to another. There is no written text on it. It is just
Mm-hmm.
getting transferred. So that is how it was happening in farming as well. They tried,
Okay.
they done a whole generation was derived of getting this knowledge transferred. So the farmer today doesn't know how the organic farming looks like, or how organic farming should be. So now the
Mm-hmm.
important part is education and convincing them to work on their fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
Farmer today, the farmer is also not doing justice to his job. You and me, we are working for some goal. So some organization, we do justice, right? We work 8 hours at least on a
Yeah.
particular day. Tell me a single
Yes.
farmer who works 8 hours on his field. No farmer is there. You'll not find a single farmer. And if he works only for 10 days, 12 days. So what I mean to say, I'm not blaming them. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
trying to say, if I say that I am a farmer, I have to do justice to my farms, right? I,
Yeah,
I
right.
have to do what
Absolutely.
is right for my farm. I have to do
Mm-hmm.
what is right for my crop rather than thinking what others are doing. So in farmers, what is there is a bhed chal means ek kar raha hai conventional, so everyone starts doing conventional. They think that the
Right.
production will be good, but
Mm-hmm.
it's other way. For 10 years, maybe the production will be high in comparison to organic, but after that your
Mm-hmm.
field is dead. You can't do anything in that particular field now. So they need to think in a on a larger scale, and
Mm-hmm.
they need to think that okay, for I don't have to work only for 10 years, for 100 more years I need to uh, my field should be uh, fertile, so that everyone, my coming generations also need to eat food.
Okay. So, sir, you said, these farmers, they
Right.
will, they will have the cows and they will have their lands, but sometimes it's not the case. They don't have all those things ready with them, and sometimes they purchase the raw materials like the seeds also from other places, and what they purchase is at a very high price sometimes, and when they sell it further to the distributor, they also purchase them at very low price from them, and they sell those products further at
Yes.
very higher price, and this gap, the farmer is receiving very less money of his hard work.
Mhm.
So how do you justify that thing? Is it the scenario right now also? Because we have
No.
seen these kind of things earlier.
Yeah.
So is it still prevailing these days, or what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, ma'am. A lot of there are two, three questions into your
Yes.
this question. So
Mm-hmm.
let's start from the as you said that a farmer is not
Mm-hmm.
ready with the seeds, not ready with the.
Yes. Mm.
So actually, farming is not. It's like a business. Okay. Suppose you
Yep.
are a student. I'm a student of something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm studying in class third. I'm going to be in fourth. So I'll be having third year's book, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so it's impossible for him if he say that he is a farmer, he'll be having seeds. Why he need to buy it? First thing,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
if so means it's a cycle. It's a complete cycle, and it's I'm means I suppose I am not doing farming, and today I want to do venture into farming. So
Mm-hmm.
I will have to buy seeds. But if I'm doing it from last 10 years, I know what is better for my farm and which seed will I will sow. Anyways, if he is buying, then also it's fine. Sometimes the new seeds come, so he need to buy it. But manures and all he doesn't need to buy. He will have to. He will be having. So he will be having some cow. If he's, as I said, without animal husbandry agriculture is impossible. That's why we try to convince today's means the farmers who are associated with us that at least one cow is there per acre. One cow, if you have 1 acre, one cow is required. If you have 10 acres, 10 cows are required. So
Yes. Yes.
without that, if you are thinking to doing farming, it's really a Herculean task. Means you will
Yes.
stuck into the vicious circle.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then as I'll tell you one more point. Aryavata not only tries to revive this whole cycle of farming only, or the food only. We are trying to get into the education system as well. We are trying to get into Ayurveda as well, where we see
Mm-hmm.
our tagline for our brand is Aharam Sam Upcharam, Upcharam Sam Aharam.
Mm-hmm.
That is taken from Charak Sangita, which says your food is your medicine. And if any medicine is required, and if you do it properly, if you eat it properly, you will never fall ill. And if you never fall ill, you don't need medicine. And if you don't need medicine, you can increase the longevity of your life, and you can avoid numerous diseases and number of
Diseases also.
diseases.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Who is
Yes.
going to teach? Who, everyone means everyone doesn't knows this, and
Hmm.
lot of other things we don't know. We know all stupid things which is available on our fingertips now today. If I say whatever we have learned means our education system is one of the important part where we need to work on, and
Hmm.
that's why we have divided our vision into three phases. First is food of ancient times, where we are working on the organic farming with farmers, so that cows can be back on the farms and our houses. That is bringing sustainability into the farming. Second stage
Okay.
is food medicine of ancient times, where we say your food is your medicine. Eat food properly. We'll try to inculcate the Ayurvedic systems, uh, the the system which says that eat during this time, don't eat during this time. This is how you need to eat, and then also there are herbs through which any
Hmm.
disease can be treated. So we are promoting that medicine of ancient times, and last stage is education of ancient times, where this whole cycle can be again put back into that sustainable thing, where our thought process is also changed in a direction where we say no, we need to do it in this way rather than doing whatever we are doing. Important is, as I said, whatever we have taught in the schools, like we have studied trigonometry, we have studied algebra, we have studied organic chemistry, physics, everything. Whatever we have studied, or the calculus, or the advanced math. So we have
Right.
already studied sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. What
Hmm.
is the use of it in our life? What is the use
Hmm.
of H2SO4 plus H2O? What is the use of that particular, uh, or the Pythagoras theorem in my life? Have I
Yeah.
used
Right.
it ever? No. So that's why our education is we our brain is like pen drive. Someone is having 32, someone is having 64 GB, someone is having higher, right? So what
Yes.
if you fill into if you put all the rubbish things into the pen means all the garbage into the your pen drive, your pen drive will be full.
Hmm.
It will not get more info means more thing into that. Knowledge will not be there. You can't put things into that particular pen drive because you have already filled it with sine theta, cos theta, and Pythagoras theorem. So we were talking about how the we know all other things which is available as on date on fingertips. Now Alexa and Google are there. You can just
Right.
ask and you get the information which we already studied into our classes, right? So that is not important. We are filled up with information, but knowledge is not there. So that is the main problem. Whereas our
Yes.
ancient education system was first is used to teach the knowledge and the skills. Knowledge is like that santosam param sukham, santosh sabse
Hmm.
bada sukh hai. You know this, but this is
Right.
not knowledge. You just we have just mugged it up. Unless and until you inculcate it or imbibe it into your life,
Hmm.
when you start feeling like satisfaction in everything you do, that is what knowledge is. You are now being knowledgeable. So what I mean to say, or you have a skill. You suppose you know how to do farming, so that is a skill. You know how to
Yes.
make buildings, that is a skill. So
Yes.
what I mean to say, our education should be based knowledge based and skill based, rather than the the present education system which just based on the marks, how much percentage
Hmm.
you have
Hmm.
secured,
Hmm. Hmm.
what is what
Exactly.
that actually that is bringing frustration in the society, and that is totally towards capitalism, where we all do everything for money. Whereas in our schools, if you have seen, it is written Gyanarth Pravesh Sevarth Prasthan. Means that means you came here for the knowledge and you will go out for serving the society. Who goes today to serve the society? Come on, means if you ask any kid what you want to be, he will say, I want to be doctor, I want to be engineer, I want to be XYZ, IAS.
Hmm.
But what if you ask him what you want to do after that? He will say, I'll earn a lot of money. And what you will do? You will then he will say, I want to make a buy a car or buy a home for me.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
no one thinks about society, no one thinks about nation because we are not taught that, right? So what I mean to say, we need to change our education as well, where everyone, suppose Sachin Tendulkar is there, if his parents would have asked him, no, you become a doctor, you don't play cricket, so we would not have seen the god of the cricket, right? So what
Mhm.
I mean to say, we need to teach children also according to their interest, area of interest, and develop skills into them, develop knowledge into them, either skill or either knowledge, so that he can do
Okay.
good for the society, do good for himself. If you have a skill, you will not die out of hunger at least, right? So,
Right.
and
Yeah.
good thing is, and the best part of it is, you will be happy doing whatever you are doing because you love that. That is your area of interest. Suppose someone loves to play guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and you ask him to become an engineer. No, he will maybe he will become an engineer in the pressure, but but he can't be a good engineer, and he will not be happy doing it. Whereas if he plays guitar and he loves it, maybe he can learn a lot of skills into it, and someday he is a pop star, which where he is happy. He will feel not feel like I'm working, he feel like I'm enjoying, and he will earn. Like I give you an example of Tendulkar, he loves to play cricket, he's already playing. So I'm concluding it. All I want to say is, we need to work on all other parts, all other things, and education need to be changed from very basic in Gurukul education system. The very basic thing which is being taught is cow rearing and uh, uh, agriculture, so that
Okay.
everybody knows agriculture. So that
Mm-hmm.
all how to make herbicide of your own, how you to make pesticide of your own, that all things can be taught. And in presently, Aryavarta organizes small wherever we convince farmers to do organic farming and be associated with us. We teach them all
Okay.
this. We do that technology know-how transfer to them, that
Mm-hmm.
how they can
Mm-hmm.
manufacture their own. They don't need to buy from the market.
Okay, sir. So now we will be talking about your entrepreneurial journey.
Right.
Like, so you said that you have experience of 13 plus years in this agricultural farming,
Mhm.
and it's mainly organic farming.
Right, ma'am.
So, how was the journey of becoming an entrepreneur
Ma'am,
was like?
yeah, thank you. Actually, it's all about destiny and karma. What I believe.
Okay.
Uh, I was I never known that what I want to become an entrepreneur or what.
Oh.
It is just like it's destiny. What I will say.
Mm-hmm.
When I started my career, uh, I started my career with Popular Prakashan, as I said, one of the oldest publishing houses in India. They publish all the Sanjeev Kapoor cookery books, Disney children books, Nat Geo. So I started my career with them. That time I was not, uh, you know, that time I was not aware that I will be working in the field of organic, and I will, uh, become an entrepreneur someday. That was not into my vision that time, frankly speaking. So
Okay.
later on, when I since I'm a from the farming background, and as I said that um, I used to do farming myself till my graduation. We used to cultivate sugarcane. I'm having my own land of 40 acres where we do sugarcane, wheat, rice, tur dal, peas, potatoes. So all these
Mm-hmm.
things I have seen farming from I have done it myself. So I know what
Okay.
all goes into it, and I have seen the shifting phases into that. So what happened? Um, I have seen a scenario when I was a kid, and a village was an independent unit that time. I was totally means being from a farmer family. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I was not going outside to buy anything. Everything was available in my village only, right? I was having cows, I was having oxes, I was having plow. Everything is there, and now it's kind of ecosystem was there. The marginal farmers used to come to me and to my family and ask for borrowing these plow and the oxes, and in lieu they used to do farming on my helping in the farming or the sowing of the seed or spraying of the panchagavya on my field. So everything was sustainable. I was not paying them, they were not asking, the money was nowhere. What I mean to say, there was
Mm-hmm.
no money transfer happening. Then a phase came where cows were sold from the villages. Nobody is having cow. Now everyone is having tractors. So, and they are buying everything from the pesticide. So now whenever someone comes to buy a tractor or borrow the tractor from me, I ask him, okay, the charges will be 300 rupees per hour, and then the diesel and petrol you need to put into the. So what I have seen this, and then what what changes the society has, my village has, the thought process of the people has changed. So what this is all coming from, where this is coming from. So I try to, when I started working with organic uh, in 2007
Mm-hmm.
2009. So when I started working in organic farming field, initially it was just like a job, any other job which I was used to do. But later on, when I applied my all the studies of science and history is one thing which I love to study a lot, and science as well. So I clubbed it together, and then I realized, no, the history which is being taught to us, or the it is not right. It can't be, because a
Mm-hmm.
farmer who knows all these things, where he knows from. So I try to analyze those, the farming communities very closely, and on the, not only on the basis for business purpose, for cultural and social and behavioral pattern as well. I try to speak them a lot. I try to know from where these sources are from. So uh, I get to know that, okay, this is not the real, means in history what is taught is not true. What I have studied all in my 10th, 12th, and graduation is not true. It is all fake history. The history is something else, because farmers who is a 90-year-old guy, a farmer is telling that how he used to do farming of rice in Rajasthan, and
Mm-hmm.
we have studied that no, rice can't happen in Rajasthan. So there is a contradiction in that, right?
Yes, right. Yeah.
That only prevailed me to do research on it. And
Okay.
when I have done lot, I put a lot of efforts in doing research, how ancient India looked like, what were the basic fundamentals, how Indians were, and why India was Vishwaguru, and why Indians were called as India was called as Sone ki Chidiya. So it was not because of the money we had, because it was because of the kind of contentment, kind of happiness, and kind of self dependency we have into ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's how I thought that, okay, and being working with a lot of other organizations, I uh, try to whatever I have learned, I try to practically execute it. And to some extent it was successful in Sanjeevani as well as in Natureland.
Mm-hmm.
But since you work for a organization, so, you have to align your goals along with the goals of the organization. You can't be your own. So that's why I thought to become an entrepreneur. At least what I am thinking, what my visions are there, what my goals are there, I can align the same with along with the goal of the organization.
Great. Great, sir. So, I think all my questions have been answered. So, there is just one last question that I would like to ask you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Like, whosoever wants to join this journey, become an entrepreneur and help the nation. So, what
Mhm.
would be your advice for those people?
Yeah, correctly. Ma'am, for that, only one advice is there. You
Okay.
need to you need to think on the idea. You need to have an idea. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
idea is most important thing. What you want to do, you need to self analyze it. That what you are good into, what
Mm-hmm.
you have to think your uh, generate an idea, and then you need to work on that idea. That is the only way how you can make and generate an idea and make it successful, and you can be an entrepreneur. and
Great, sir.
and again, what the education system we are talking about, the ancient education system, there is no job thing. Everyone is independent. The person who is having a skill, he is an
Mhm.
entrepreneur. He will be doing, he will not be doing job to someone, right? He'll be an entrepreneur. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well said, Mr. Tripathi. So, thank you, Mr. Tripathi, for joining us. And we really had a great time with you. And maybe there are a lot of misconceptions that have been cleared, I guess. So, thank you for so much for joining us and enlightening us. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you. It's all my pleasure. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So, friends, this was Mr. Anand Mani Tripathi. I hope that you people enjoyed this episode as much as I did and also found it informative and helpful. We would be glad to hear from you, so please share your views in the comment section. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. Do log on to our website www.saranshi.com to read the most amazing stuff on fashion and lifestyle. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Do check the description box for more information. Stay tuned till the next episode of Saranshi's podcast interviews. See you soon. Bye bye.